I think I'm ready now. All right, guys, so it is winter time right now. For me, I live in Ohio, so it's really cold out right now, but I don't like talking about that, so I'm gonna go right ahead and get started about talking about some spring stuff. So I had a lot of fun this spring. So our first event for the Opens was in Florida for the Eastern Division. So we fished Kissimmee, had a good finish there, finished 26th, I think. I think we had 225 guys in it. And after that, COVID set in, and then all of our events started getting pushed back. So I had a lot of time to spend at home. So I fished a lot of my home bodies of water, some places that I didn't normally get to spend time on during this time of year because I was fishing a tournament somewhere else. But so what I've got here laid out is my 4 favorite springtime baits. 4 of them are search baits, and then 3 of them are search baits, and then 1 of them is a flipping bait. So I have a bandito bug, a vibrating jig, a spinnerbait, square bill. So we'll just go ahead and break this down by body of water. So if I'm fishing a body of water that has a lot of rock and wood in it, dominantly wood for cover, I'm gonna lean more towards a spinnerbait. The reason for that is because a spinnerbait comes through wood so good. You can roll it over laydowns, you can roll it over stumps, you can roll it over all kinds of different cover, rocks and everything else. And I like to throw, this is the Siebert Outdoors 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. I generally stick with a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce depending on the depth of water I'm fishing. Generally in the spring I'm throwing a 3/8 because I'm slow rolling it over top of limbs and down the sides of laydowns and things and making repetitive casts. And I like to throw this one because of this blaze orange blade. Now the key to that is the water's generally dirty in the areas where I'm fishing up here. So I like that blaze orange blade, and then also a gold willow blade. Now sometimes I will upsize the willow blade. I'll take it up to, I'm not sure what size this is, but I'll go up another size or 2 above it to give it more of a thumping action. Because generally when I pick this bait up, the water's stained. I got about 12 inches or maybe even a little less of visibility. So I'll lean toward this bait, and I just usually put it back on the back of it. Oh, excuse me. I'll put a Googan bait Saucy Swimmer. The 3.3 inch is perfect for spinnerbait and chatterbait trailers, so that's generally the one that I put on there. It also adds an extra little bit of a thump to the back of that spinnerbait when the water's a little bit discolored as well. The next one I will go to is if the lake that I'm fishing has a lot of grass, like milfoil or hydrilla. I will lean more towards a vibrating jig. The reason for that is because I think the spinnerbait, the wire and the blades get tangled up too easy in the grass and stuff, and this vibrating jig just comes through the grass so much better. You can yo-yo it, pop it in and out, rip it in and out of the grass, and it just comes through. And this just seems like it just catches such big fish. I caught, you'll see in the video soon, I caught several big fish on this bait. Also, the spinnerbait will catch big ones too. You'll see big ones that I caught on the spinnerbait as well. Now, sometimes I will throw the bladed jig around wood, but there's a key to that. So, generally when I'm fishing around grass, with an exception of water willow. Water willow is very dense vegetation, and if you're throwing like a minnow style trailer on the back of this bait tends to roll over when it comes through that stuff. So as it comes through that stuff, it'll roll over and it'll hook that dense water willow stem, and you screw up your area. You have to go in and pop it off and everything else. So what I'll do when I'm fishing water willow is I'll put a trailer on it that helps it plane. So sometimes I'll bite a bandito bug down, or I'll put a crack and crawl on the back of it because it's got those appendages that go perpendicular. Yeah, perpendicular, vertical, perpendicular to the bait. So it's in the back more like this. So it helps the bait stay more planed out than like a minnow style bait that actually like has that darting action. So that's what I'll do. Also, if you put it doesn't always help you get pull through wood better and branches and stuff, but that planed up trailer like a crack and crawl or, you know, a bandito bug on the back of it will help you come over through wood and limbs a little bit better too. You will still get hung up with this thing. It seems like you throw this thing near wood and it will gravitate toward the wood no matter what. So, but I've just found out that if you throw a planing bait trailer, that it will help it plane and come up over that stuff a little bit better if the fish are only eating something that's vibrating through the wood there. So the next one is a square bill, and this is also a big fish catcher. This will also catch all sizes of fish, little fish all the way up to big fish. You will see a giant, almost 8-pounder caught in this video, so you want to stick around for that, caught on a square bill. Not this particular square bill, but a square bill kind of like this. I think this is a 1.5, Strike King 1.5. I like this around wood and rock early in the spring, and even in grass too. It will come through grass. I use a little bit of a stiffer rod when I'm pulling it through grass. I think I throw this on the Ark grinder rod. It's got a good backbone, parabolic action, and I can still snap it out of grass and stuff like that. So I'll throw this around wood, laydowns, paralleling laydowns, and rock as well. So now the beast, the bandito bug. If you haven't thrown the bandito bug, just humor me and buy a pack of bandito bugs and tie it on and spend a day with it. Just spend one day with this bait. You may catch them, you may not, but I love this bait. I love this bait so much. I don't know what it is about the bait. I don't know if it's because it's got the 4 appendages on it, including these 2 little kickers up on the body of the bait, and then the legs at the back. This bait, I've caught so many big fish, you know, down the eastern side of the country, from Florida all the way back up, all the way up to Lake Erie. It just seems like it just draws a big fish. Black and blue is usually the color I'll go with. Sometimes I'll throw something a little more subtle like a green pumpkin or the blue baby color. And you'll see in the video I caught a couple fish off beds throwing like a green pumpkin color. Sometimes on a bed, those vibrant, darker colors will mess with fish and they run away and they don't come back. So I switched from a black and blue to a green pumpkin and immediately got the fish to react to it. So yeah, I throw this whether I'm punching, flipping, just flipping it straight on a Texas rig, or putting it on the back of a jig. Honestly, in the springtime I'll have this on the back of a jig. Now, I usually, I'll bite it down about a ½ an inch, and then I'll pull these top 2 appendages off. I'll pull those off, and then I split the bottom 2, and then there's little antennas here that you can split those 2. And then I thread it on the back of a jig just like that. It keeps these 2 little ones at the bottom and then the 2 big flapping ones at the back, and I think it just adds a lot of vibration, especially when you're fishing early spring. Most bodies of water around here are dirty, so I have 12 inches of visibility at the most at times. So it gives off so much vibration, and I love it on the back of a jig. So these are the 4 that I choose in the spring. They really get me a lot of bites, and I have a lot of confidence in throwing these baits. So bandito bug, I'm flipping around anything: rock, grass, laydowns, stumps, anything. Vibrating jigs predominantly around grass, any kind of vegetation. Spinnerbait, wood and rock, and then this square bill. Now all of these baits I'm throwing on Ark rods. So the Ark rod hammer, I usually have the spinnerbait tied on it. If I'm fishing around like heavy cover, boat docks and stuff, I'll throw this on the hammer as well. But for the most part, when I'm fishing grass with it, I'm throwing it on the B Hitty, and then the Invoker Pro 7.6 heavy action for this rod here. It's just their all-purpose flipping, or for this bait, it's just their all-purpose flipping rod, and then the grinder for the square bill. So Siebert Outdoors, Googan baits, and Ark rods. You guys get a chance, check them out. Really, really quality stuff. And check out this video coming up next. Lots of hook sets, lots of big bass, and an almost 8-pounder. So I think the fish on the scale, I don't know if we weighed it on camera or not, but on the scale it went 760. So stay tuned and check this video out. Ooh, I got it. Oh my God.
The wind.
Freaking giant! Oh my god! Let him pull. You gotta let him pull. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's better than that. Maybe.
Oh my god, dude! That is a freaking monster! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jeez! Alright. Up here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there it is. I thought it.
You gonna get her or you want me to? Huh? You wanna go let me get my hands on it?
Oh, she got the whole dare going.
You thought it came out?
I thought it came out.
Right on the edge of that ground. Get it.
Oh my god, dude.
So I need to get that.
Oh my god, it's a freaking goal. It's coming. Stay down. No. Crushed it.
Oh my goodness, big! Oh my goodness! Be Oh my God! My partner! Oh 5, 6 pounds.
6 pounder right there.
6 pounds.
Bassmaster open. Lake Kissimmee.
Woo!
Yeah, give me
Oh,
some.
my
Give me some.
partner.
We're gonna hug on that one. We're gonna hug on that one.